Hello North Country and welcome to Queensbury High School, just off the Northway at exit 19 for the 16th annual Queensbury Tip-Off Tournament. I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Bill Sapel, Laura Gagnon on camera for us, and we are, as always, happy to be here for Plattsburgh High School basketball. This opening contest for us of the basketball season 1999-2000 is the JV side of things. This is a four-school tournament with both junior varsity boys and varsity boys participating. The schools involved: Gloversville High School, Warrensburg High School, Plattsburgh High School, and the host, Queensbury High School. Plattsburgh has come to this tip-off tournament for a number of years, and they had an exciting varsity game last night. More about that when we bring you the varsity contest. On the junior varsity level last night, Plattsburgh High School lost to Gloversville High School 75-57. They were outscored in the third quarter 26-14, and Chris LaRose's Little Hornets went down to defeat. For Gloversville, Eric Kusel had 18 points, Steve Jennings 17 for Coach Lefevre's team. For Plattsburgh High School, freshman Adam Favreau had 16 points, sophomore Ryan Sapel had 13, and freshman Brian Cook, the Cookie Monster, had 8 points. This contest, the consolation round of the tip-off tournament, Plattsburgh High School will play Warrensburg High School. And Bill, you saw the Plattsburgh game as well as the Warrensburg Queensbury game. And what are a couple points about the Warrensburg team that you noticed?
A lot of low scoring in the first contest. It was a nip and tuck game until about midway through the fourth quarter. Queensbury tightened up their defense, started hitting shots, and eventually pulled away about a 15-point victory, I believe.
Okay. Do they have a lot of height, good playmakers? What would you say about that?
Didn't see a lot of real good offense, some very aggressive defense, which kind of thwarted the offense a little, but good, solid all-around team. This should be a good game.
Coach LaRose's Hornets, and by the way, this is Coach LaRose's fourth season for Plattsburgh High School junior varsity. They have the inside game of Favreau and good ball handling, good shooting with, as we mentioned, Ryan Sapel picking up 13 points. I'm sure you were happy about that, Bill. See the kid go out there and start off the year well.
Especially his first shot. He was really nervous about taking his first shot, and hit a nice, about a 14, 15-foot jumper, and sent him on his way.
Oh, when you cut the twines on that first shot of the season, oh, you can really cut loose. We didn't get the names of the officials. We do know that the coach of Warrensburg is Rex Reynolds, and we look forward to a good junior varsity contest. Once again, we're at Queensbury High School, which is just south of Lake George. We're right in the Glens Falls area. And Queensbury High School, a very large area, great campus. We had trouble finding out exactly what building would have the gym for this ball game, so it took us about 10 minutes driving around the campus to find the gymnasium. But here we are, and we're set for basketball. I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Bill Sapel, and Laura Gagnon is our Ronnie's Michigan's videographer once again for the 1999-2000 basketball season. Plattsburgh opens with Austin Bushy, number 10, Miguel Maldonado, 22, Adam Favreau, 24, Tim DeLeese, number 50, and who'd I leave out? Ryan Sapel, number 15. For Warrensburg, they have number 21, and that's Joe Augustine, number 44, John Murray. 31 is indeed Josh Voplas. 11 is Derek Bovair, and we'll try to find one other number.
23, I believe.
Could be 23, and that would be Jeremy Van Salisbury. Sure, all the guys with the hard names to say start for Warrensburg High School. And it looks like we're waiting for someone to operate the clock. They had nobody for the clock, and they're going to get somebody to operate the clock. And Coach Reynolds runs up here to start the camera that's in front of us. And he's going to crank that up and then head back down to the bench. So you'll have a tape of the ball game, and he's probably got the wide-angle lens cooking. And it's up on a tripod just below us. We're perched high atop the gymnasium, Queensbury High School, and Plattsburgh. The opening tip-off, Maldonado, 2 points for Plattsburgh. Well, that's the way to come out. And teams work on that for 15, 20 minutes sometime each practice, is that opening tip-off. Now Warrensburg will try to come back. At the top right now is Murray. He bounce passes to Van Salisbury. Jumper from Voplis, and Maldonado with the rebound, Plattsburgh. This is Sapel. Sapel will run the offense. This is Maldonado inside to DeLeese, and he was fouled, and it'll count. DeLeese, not tall, but very strong fella.
Absolutely. A little change in the starting offense here in the positions. Ryan Sapel was free guard last night. Austin Bushy was the point guard. They've switched positions tonight, starting right off the bat.
DeLeese misses the foul shot. Plattsburgh leads 4-0. DeLeese off a great varsity football season, just a sophomore. Maldonado, quickness to Bushy, and Bushy fouled.
Got hammered pretty bad on that one.
And Plattsburgh showing quickness on defense, creating some turnovers, and then moving the ball quickly down the floor. They lead 4-0, and Austin City Limits Bushy is at the line. And Bill, that reminds me, you coached this guy in Little League.
Sure did. He was a great player.
In fact, two of the starters, your son Ryan and Austin, played for you in Little League baseball.
Yes, they did. Very productive, I might add. Right off the bat, Plattsburgh's defense is much tighter than it was last night. That's where they got in trouble, giving up too many wide open shots, but already they've tightened things up.
Bushy, left-handed, gets one of two, but Favreau offensive boards. He brings it out, baseline jumper, off the rim, good inside move. Bushy gets it back. So Bushy got the points anyway, and with 6 minutes and 50 seconds remaining, it's Plattsburgh 7 and another turnover. DeLeese. The jumper rattles the rim. Rebound by Voplis, and down the court, Murray missed the layup. Plattsburgh wants to run. Coach LaRose has to be happy. Ooh, threaded the needle. Who was the pass from?
Austin Bushy.
Bushy to Favreau, and 4 of the boys are in the point column already for the Hornets. They lead 9-0. Van Salisbury, he missed everything, and down the court. And Sapel is fouled, and it goes. All 5 starters have scored in the first minute and 50 seconds of the ball game. That's unheard of, Bill.
They're fired up tonight, Fox.
Oh, I think they like our cameras here.
Oh, I think so. Doesn't look like they're discouraged in the least over last night's loss.
Absolutely not. Plattsburgh 11 and Warrensburg 0, and Sapel makes it a 3-point play. My goodness, what a start for the junior varsity Hornets. You're watching the Queensbury tip-off tournament to kick off the 99-2000 season. And we are 2 minutes into the ball game. Warrensburg looking for their first points in the lane. Shot won't fall, so they come out cold and still can't cash in. Murray with the rebound, and some offensive boards from Warrensburg. And that may get them going. What's Warrensburg's nickname? Do we know that? Is that in the program at all? Maybe you can try to find that, Bill. See if it says what Warrensburg's nickname is. Oh, I know. I read it. The Burgers. And Murray with the switch, or the swish. Isn't it the Warrensburg Burgers? The Burgers.
You got it. Quite the memory you got, Fox.
Hey, well, I read that in the program before the game. The athletic director here at Queensbury High School, Scott Stewart, helped us out. Who got the points?
Ryan Chappelle to Adam Favreau.
Favreau picks it up on the assist from Sapel, and Favreau with 4 points. 3 for Bushy, 3 for Sapel. Nice baseline jumper for Augustine, and it is 14-4. We played just 2.5 minutes of the first quarter. And Maldonado travels as he made the move for the baseline. Plattsburgh jumps out, but a lot of basketball to play. 29 minutes of ball, so you like the 10-point lead at this point, but you cannot let down. That shot by Monroe off the mark, and it will be Plattsburgh ball. Another substitution for the Burgers, and in to the game is Dylan Prime.
Caught a little break and a wide open shot there, Foxy. That's what they, free man running around the baseline was open all night last night.
Maldonado inside to DeLeese. Favreau tried the tip, battle for the loose ball. Saved, but into the hands of Maldonado. He finds Bushy, and somehow Bushy got the basket. You know, Bushy might be listening in the program at 5'10", but I'll tell you, he's more to me like 5'7" or something. He's about the height I was when I played. I couldn't score underneath the basket. The farther out I was, the better I had a chance. Maldonado with the with the steal, and he gets it to Bushy. Bushy pulls up in three-point range. Now Maldonado and Sapel. He'll pop the three. A little too much on that one, and Van Salisbury chases it down.
By Favreau, but he traveled.
Good interception, and Plattsburgh hustling on defense. They got back nicely. 4:15 remaining in the first quarter. Plattsburgh 16 and Warrensburg 4. Junior varsity basketball in the Queensbury tip-off tournament. Laura Gagnon is our Ronnie's Michigan's videographer. Murray, missed shot, and Favreau, he looks down court. Maldonado and Sapel. We've seen just 5 Plattsburgh players in this first quarter. Nice pass inside to DeLeese. Beauty! Sapel to DeLeese. DeLeese now with 4 points. And Plattsburgh leads 18-4.
That was a nice little lob pass. It flicked about 4 or 5 times last night also.
Bushy all the way, missed the shot. Can't save it that way. Good idea. On those plays, you're hoping the ref isn't looking. Yeah. You know, maybe the ref will be tying his shoe or something, won't notice. Warrensburg substituting frequently.
Jason Monroe.
This is Prime. And when we get a chance, we got the varsity boys to our left, and they've got a little sign they want us to see. Warrensburg to the paint, and nice drive. Augustine, he has 4 of the 6 points. Garcia for president. That's the word from the varsity boys. Garcia for president. Nice inside move, Maldonado, and that'll count. Maldonado now with 4 points. Look at these Hornets.
Real nice backdoor pass from Adam Favreau. Real nice.
Dylan Prime picked up the foul, and with 3:09 remaining, it's Plattsburgh 20 and Warrensburg 6. Coach LaRose's team coming out smoking on this one.
Got to be pleased with this early effort.
Yes. You know, 20 points in a quarter for JV ball. That's pretty good. Offensive boards and into Favreau. Not enough on it. He battles and wins it. He battled Daniels and won it. Favreau with a 6-pack of points. (22-6) Plattsburgh, and they are playing a swarming defense. Nice shot there, but Favreau intimidated. This is Sapel. He finds Bushy on the run. Shot falls. Bushy with 7 points. Bushy with 7, Sapel 3, Maldonado 4, Favreau a 6-pack, and DeLeese 4. Unbelievable. 24-6. Oh, a push there. Sapel will be called for the push. 2:27 on the clock, first quarter. junior varsity basketball. Augustine will bring it in. He gets it to Wills. Wills on the move. The jumper off balance. Favreau, good rebound. Sapel and now Maldonado. Plattsburgh's fast break, working Jim Dandy. Maldonado with a 6-pack of points. 2:10 on the clock.
Excellent ball movement tonight, Foxy.
Yo, this is the kind of quarter a coach doesn't want to see end. If you're Coach LaRose.
Got 2 more minutes for it. We can score another 10 points, maybe.
My goodness, a junior varsity team put it 26 points off in a quarter.
Definitely came out fired up today.
Wow. You know how those reporters are when Mark McGuire starts hitting on home runs, he's on a pace to hit 70 or 80. The Hornets are on a pace to hit 104 points in the ball game if they maintain this pace. With a
If they don't score anymore.
That's right, even if they don't score. Now Plattsburgh starting to pick up some fouls on the men up front. First Sapel and now Bushy called for the foul. 1:40 on the clock. Plattsburgh playing excellent defense, holding Warrensburg to just 6 points. Off-balance shot there from Brainerd. Sapel, he looks the court. Maldonado. Bushy off his fingertips. It'll be Warrensburg ball. The Burgers will bring it up the floor with 1:21. And I didn't have dinner before I came here, and every time I say burgers, I get a little hungry. No ham sandwich in your back pocket, is there, Bill?
Oh, I had a couple Michigans, native Plattsburgh foods.
Yeah, before you left Plattsburgh.
Before I left work, actually, we sell them at the store.
Favreau off balance shot. That one he forced a little bit. You might want to, if you feel 2 guys on you, pitch it back out to one of the guards. 60 seconds remaining in a big first quarter for Plattsburgh High School junior varsity. DeLeese inside, and he gets the ball to Sapel. The Hornets continue to run. Maldonado, he takes it to the hoop, but he travels. Into the ball game, number 15, Scott Fitzgerald for Warrensburg. He replaces Wills. 45 seconds remaining. A 20-point first quarter lead for Plattsburgh High School. Well, the junior varsity Hornets sure greeted us with a hello, I'll tell you that. Our first quarter of the 99-2000 season is a big one. 31 seconds remaining. First quarter. Up top to Younes. This is Younes. He gets the ball to Monroe. Back to Younes. Plattsburgh defense. Playing a nice tight defense, staying with their men. And a travel called. So the Hornets defense creates that turnover. And the Hornets have 14 seconds. Coach LaRose says 1 shot. 1 good shot, he adds. Sapel. Maldonado swings it the other way. Clock at 5 seconds. Bushy pops it. Comes up short, and there's the buzzer. We've played 1 quarter. The score on the North Country Cable Network scoreboard after 1 is Plattsburgh High School 26 and Warrensburg High School 6. Taking it to the hoop to open the second quarter is Murray. And yes, indeed, let's see where Conoyer sets up. David Conoyer, number 31, into the ball game. And DeLeese with the shot. DeLeese gets a quick 2. Right back for the Hornets. It's 28-8. Boisvert with the ball, and he gets it to Van Salisbury. Back to Bolver, who he takes a razzle-dazzle shot. Murray with the rebound inside. Murray starting to do the job on the boards. Murray had 2 free throws in the first quarter. He has 2 quick buckets in the second. And it's 28-10. Inside Conoyer. They double team him. He gets it back to Sapel. Sapel to Conoyer. Nice pass. Conoyer shot short. Gets it back. Almost got wedged into between the rim and the board. And the Burghers have the ball. Now, if the Burghers can get a couple more buckets here, they're going to be right back at the Hornets.
Get Coach LaRose thinking a little bit about his offense.
Van Salisbury, Boyvert now with the ball, and the turnaround jumper. They're going to Murray. Murray missed that one.
I think they're feeding that little mismatch, height mismatch inside, and I don't think Coach LaRose will let it go too long before he gets Adam Pavel back in.
Conoyer missed that shot, and we've played 1 minute and 40 seconds of the second quarter. Boisvert takes it into the paint, triple teamed, he dishes out, and the shot from Voplas missed. The Burghers get it back. Boisvert, and now Augustine. Augustine, block called on the floor is DeLeese. He's called for the foul. Plattsburgh 28, Warrensburg 10. I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Bill Sapel, Laura Gagnon on camera. North Country Cable Network bringing you preseason basketball, the Queensbury tip-off tournament. This is the junior varsity portion. Favreau replaces DeLeese. At least 2 fouls on DeLeese now.
Too early in the game to get anybody in foul trouble.
Boisvert for Warrensburg. And Bushy forces him out a little bit farther than he wants to go. And Bushy called for the block, and that's his second foul. So similar to last night. That might be his third, you think? But similar to last night, Bill, you were here for last night's game, and the Hornets did pick up some foul trouble in the second quarter. And late in the second quarter, their opponents, Gloversville, came back. Is that right?
Absolutely. Austin got in a little foul trouble. He had his third foul about halfway through the second quarter, and then Brian Sapel picked up his second towards the end of the second, and so Gloversville built their halftime lead.
If you look down the Hornet bench, some of the other players, Dave Baker, Ryan Bussey, Nick Kapla, Brian Cook, Chris Fout, as well as Mark Tifford.
Cookie's in there right now for Austin Bush. I didn't see the substitution, but apparently he slipped in during one of the whistles.
Thanks for pointing that out. Brian Cook, number 44 in white. Going to the foul line. Plattsburgh, another foul, and Jeremy Van Salisbury is at the foul line. In my unofficial book, I have them 2 of 2 from the foul line. This is just their third foul shot. Might have missed one along the way. I thought they had a couple foul shots other than that. 5:25 remaining in the second quarter. Plattsburgh 28, Warrensburg 10. 6 fouls on Plattsburgh, so the next one will put Warrensburg in the bonus situation.
Nice rebound by Maldonado.
Sapel, but Van Salisbury with the steal. Takes it in. You could tell he was a right-hander as he dribbled a couple with his left hand, and then he put it up right-handed. Battle for the ball. Maldonado gets it. And Plattsburgh takes the timeout, a 20-second timeout. 5:03 remaining in the second quarter. Coach LaRose wants to just get things organized a little bit. Tell the guys to settle down. 28-10 is the score, but in the second quarter, things have gone a little flat with Warrensburg scoring 4 points and Plattsburgh just 2 through the first, let's say, 3 minutes of this second quarter. So a different story for Plattsburgh as they jumped out with, my goodness, 26 points in the first quarter. It was 26-6 after 1.
Actually, Plattsburgh's only scored 2 points in about the last 5 minutes.
Good point, Bill.
Defense is still solid, but Looks like they're a bit rattled on offense right now.
The points not coming as easy as they did. No, nice backdoor pass. Favreau to Maldonado.
As we speak.
Well, the boys on the floor said, we'll shut those guys up in the press box. We'll put in a quick 2.
Little design backdoor play after the timeout and work to perfection.
30-10, Plattsburgh over Warrensburg.
Chris Fount.
Fountain new to Plattsburgh High School, I believe. He did play football. And Fout into the ball game, number 45.
Replacing Canoyer.
Is he a freshman or a sophomore?
He is a freshman, 6'1", 150 pounds.
All right. 4:31 on the clock. We're in the second quarter at Queensbury High School. Junior varsity action. Plattsburgh High School versus Warrensburg High School. And Cook. Scramble for the loose ball. Picked up before it goes out of bounds by Fout, but I guess he stepped on the line.
David Baker coming in to give Ryan Sapel a rest.
Sapel with a solid 12 minutes of basketball. He leaves the game with 3 points and a handful of assists already. Cook with the steal. He'll bring it in. Strong move. No wonder they call him the Cookie Monster. Quick move there, and we are now Plattsburgh outscoring Warrensburg 6-4 in the second quarter, and they built the lead to 32-10.
Real nice anticipation of the inbound pass there, Foxy. Something they didn't do or look for last night. Definitely much tighter defense today.
Boisvert, shot won't fall, and Fout is there for the rebound.
Defensive boards have been really good too.
Yes. Cook, he brings it in, and now it's Maldonado looking inside for Fout. Fout battled by Cronin. I thought Cronin did a nice, he did. And he forced Fout out of bounds. And Cronin for Warrensburg, excellent defense. Maldonado leaves the ball game, so now with Capella in, there is just one starter on the floor for Plattsburgh, and that's Adam Favreau, who re-entered the game. So it's Baker, Capella, Fout, Cook, and Favreau. Oh, beautiful pass from Van Salisbury to Murray. 44 got that?
I believe so.
I think that was 44 Murray. 32-12. Inside Favreau, nice pass from Cook. Favreau doesn't finish this one. Plattsburgh up by 20, and we have a foul on Baker.
Tried to cut him off at the sidelines, but didn't get there quite quick enough.
Would you say the gym floor is about the size of Plattsburgh High School? What do you think?
From this vantage point, it looks smaller.
It looks smaller.
If you get right down on the court, it's probably the same size.
Yeah, we don't exactly have this vantage point at Plattsburgh High School. We're a lot higher.
No. Similar view from the Saranac gym being up high like this.
Yes.
Extended bleachers.
And even though you might see no one in the bleachers on the other side, there is a small crowd in front of us. Small crowd from both schools. If we look to our left, see some of the parents that we do know, some for the here already for the varsity game, but the Canoyers are here and the Favreaus. Mr. Maldonado is here. And
Adam Favreau with the rebound.
Favreau now with 8 points. Balanced scoring from the Hornets, and that's nice for a coach to see. 2:35 remaining in the first half. Plattsburgh 34, Warrensburg 12. Murray's shot won't fall. Favreau wants to run. He leads the pack, gets it to Baker. Murray the rebound. He throws the touchdown pass to Van Salisbury, and he gets it. Jeremy Van Salisbury in the scorebook, and it's 34-14. Headed towards the 2-minute mark of the first half. Dave Baker looks. Favreau, just a freshman. Cook, 3!
Chocolate chip cookie.
Ryan Cook with our first three-pointer for TV of the 99 season.
Nice block by Cookie, takes it away.
And Cook on the run. He gets 2 more. Ryan Cook with 7 points off the bench for Plattsburgh.
Actually, the block was by Chris Fountain, and he had a nice assist to Cookie who finished it off.
All right. A minute and a half to play. Plattsburgh 39 and Warrensburg 14. Van Salisbury, he'll pop the 3. Baker gets the ball. Baker, and he was battled nicely by Voplis. Gets it to Kapla and back to Baker. Almost over and back, but he just got across the line. Oh, steal there, almost. Kapla finds Favreau. Quick inside move by Favreau. He's in double figures. Under a minute to play. A big first half for Plattsburgh. They lead 41-14. Van Salisbury.
Adam Favreau is possessed in this first half. He's playing very well, offensively and defensively.
And I don't know if he has 1 or 2 fouls, but if we had a stop, oh, nice shot off the glass by Voplis. If we had a stop action, I'd get him out of there. I wouldn't want him to pick up a foul in the last 15 seconds. No. 41-16. Kapla, and that pass offline, he was looking for Fout. 15 seconds. There's the stop action. Let's see what happens. Oh, yes, they get him there. So Tifford replaces Cook, and Bussey's going to replace Favreau. Oh, we were thinking, Bill.
What do you call that one, Foxy?
We were thinking. All right, with 15 seconds, you don't want a foul. 41-16, and Warrensburg will look for 2 more. Inside to Murray. Ooh, watch the 3 seconds. Batted around. 2 seconds on the clock. Just time for a quick shot for the Burgers.
Al McGuire doesn't have anything on you on your strategy.
At halftime, the score, Plattsburgh High School 41 and Warrensburg High School 16. You're watching North Country Cable Network. The Hornets outscored the Burgers 15-10 in the second quarter and was set for play in the third. I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Bill Sapel. Laura Gagnon is our Ronnie's Michigan's videographer. And we're underway. Same starters for Plattsburgh, Bill.
Exactly. I think maybe Coach LaRose wants to put the hammer down and maybe give the bench players some.
And Sapel hits the first shot of the second half. He now has 5 in the ball game.
Maybe open up an insurmountable lead and give some of the non-starters a little more playing time.
And it looks like, as well, Coach Reynolds with his original 5 starters for Warrensburg. Nice inside rebound. Good offensive boards from Augustine, and he has 6 points in the ball game. 45 seconds into the second half. It's Plattsburgh 43 and Warrensburg 18. Favreau somehow, oh my goodness. From DeLeese to Favreau, and I'll tell you what, they must have spent a lot of preseason practices working on that pass. It's working very well in this game. Augustine takes it to the hoop, off balance shot, Favreau the rebound. The Hornets wanted to run, but Van Salisbury did something about that, and the Burgers have the ball. Van Salisbury pops the 3, looked good, and Bushy to Sapel. Sapel, he'll be challenged by Boisvert. Favreau in and out on the rebound. Somehow, Bushy got a rebound and down the floor as the Burgers run. Boisvert catches it and shoots. Boisvert with his first basket of the ball game. It's 45-20.
You have to make sure they finish off easy opportunities like that in the tight games.
That's right. Both teams with 4 points in the third quarter. Maldonado on the inside. He showed strength there because he was challenged defensively, but Maldonado got the shot off nicely, and he has 10 points. Balanced scoring from the Hornets. Substitution, Jason Monroe in for Warrensburg, as well as Josh Younes. Joe Augustine gets it into Monroe. Van Salisbury, he's guarded by Bushy. Plattsburgh playing a solid man-to-man defense. Augustine. Nice shot by Younes.
Wide open, unguarded for the three, Foxy.
Yep, Plattsburgh.
Make that half the time.
They have to move through those picks or switch if you have to and hustle a little bit more on defense. Now Favreau didn't move to the ball. That was a mistake. He stayed flat-footed. In the pass coming towards you, you're taught to take the step towards the ball. Instead, it was intercepted, and the Warrensburg team trying to come out. Now, the third quarter last night was the downfall for Plattsburgh JVs in the opening round. This is the consolation game. So we know Coach LaRose will survey the situation carefully in this third quarter. One thing you don't want to do is get in the habit of coming out of the locker room flat.
No, this is a four-quarter game, and although I enjoyed a big halftime lead, you don't want to sit on it.
Monroe takes it in the paint, left-handed shot off the glass too hard, but Murray on the rebound. Murray with a nice ball game. He now has 10 points, 4 field goals and 2 shots from the foul line.
Warrensburg stepping up the offensive boards quite a bit, Foxy.
They are. DeLeese, he looks, and that's stolen away by Warrensburg. Maldonado will be called for the foul, I think, as a block. Let's see.
I think you're right.
Yes, block on Maldonado. Warrensburg High School. Now let's see, is that north of where we are a little bit?
That's about exit 23, 24 in that area.
Okay, and we are just off exit 19 at Queensbury High School. If you get off exit 19 of the Northway, a left brings you right there. You take a left, and just on the right side of the highway is Queensbury High School. Murray on the inside. Oh, he wanted that one. He gets it back, blocked by Favreau. Murray and Favreau, boy, they're going to team up for a couple good battles in this second half. Augustine to the hoop, and another Plattsburgh foul, and that's going to be problems late in the ball game.
Foul Ryan Sapel at second.
Midway through the third quarter. Warrensburg outscoring Plattsburgh 8-6, a chance to add to their point total. Augustine hits that one. He has 7 in the ball game. And he has 8. 47-27. Well, you get the lead to 20. That's a cut the lead to 20 is an advantage for Warrensburg, and that it gives you another goal. Let's cut it to 15. Let's get it down to less than 20. When you're coming back from a deficit of that much, you kind of got to do it a little piece at a time.
Yeah, there aren't any 20-point plays, not that have been developed yet.
Offensive rebound, DeLeese, and it goes in. DeLeese with 8, and Plattsburgh ups the lead. They lead 49-27.
Nice defense right there by
Bushy.
Bushy and Maldonado took
Oh.
to stop that. I was lost for names for a second.
Come on, you've only coached a guy since he was 8 years old, Bill.
Takes me half a season to remember their names. A short-term memory setting in, Fox.
I know all about that. Sapel from the corner. Ooh, a pretty one. It's a 2-pointer. But Sapel will take it. And he has 7 points. He had 13 in game 1 of this tournament. The 3-minute mark. And Murray tries a 3-pointer and gets it. Murray with 3. He's playing a whale of a ball game. It's 51-30. Plattsburgh with the lead. Maldonado shot. Too much on it. Bushy almost picked up a cheap foul there. You don't want to do that. Get a foul in the backcourt. Augustine looks. Sapel right there in his face. And Van Salisbury with a 3. And the lead is cut to 18. That's what we talked about, a little at a time. Coach Reynolds has to be happy with the second half play of his Burgers. 51-33, knocked around. It'll be Hornets ball under their own basket. Cook re-enters the game, replacing Bushy for the Hornets. Augustine out and Brainerd in for Warrensburg. I think DeLeese passed up on a shot opportunity, and then it's a turnover. Nice pass. Oh, good ball handling, and Brainerd cashes in. That makes the coach look good. Put him on the floor, and 8 seconds later, he puts in 2 points. And Bill, it's cut to 16.
It's not getting nervous yet, Foxy, but a couple more errant passes.
Yes, Plattsburgh offense sputtering now.
That previous inbounds play was designed to be passed over, 2 passes over to Ryan in the corner for all alone for a 3-point shot, but the second pass was a little errant, got picked off and scored on the other end.
Murray picked up the foul there. That's his second. Murray doesn't want to get in foul trouble. He's been their high scorer. He has 13. Maldonado inside to Favreau. He should cash in 2 here. If Favreau gets a step on his defender, he's going to cash in on those 2-pointers all night. 53-35. Augustine tried the pass. I'm not sure what that was intended to do.
I think it was a 3-point shot. Foxy was just a little weak on it. Off one of his teammates out of bounds, Plattsburgh's ball.
1:12 to play, third quarter. Favreau, 2 more. Oh my. That's the recipe right there, isn't it?
It is. Adam gets the ball in low post like that, and he's possessed, and he's going to score most of the time.
Favreau with 16 in this one, and that's as many as he had last night's game. 3 seconds called on the Burgers. Just 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter, and it looks like the Hornets are going to survive this third quarter.
Tifford for Maldonado, giving him a little break at the end of the third quarter. Looks like they've weathered the storm.
Yes.
Momentarily.
And number 23, Mark Tifford, he's new to Plattsburgh High School, and Favreau scores. Favreau played junior varsity as an 8th grader last season. He played very well. He didn't start. I think he was handled very nicely by Coach LaRose. He didn't start, but he would come off the bench, and he had some excellent ball games. And Favreau now as a starter as a freshman, and it looks like he's gearing up for a big junior varsity season. Hopefully he'll avoid injuries.
Definitely the go-to guy in this scheme of offense.
And they have excellent passers in the likes of Sapel and Bushy that can get it inside.
Cohesiveness by that Coach LaRose said that a little more so than maybe he saw last year.
58-35 with 30 seconds to play in the third. Tifford to Cook on his right. Cook baseline, looks, everybody stacked up there. Bussey into the ball game. It was 41-16 at halftime. So Plattsburgh by 25 at the half. They lead by 23. At this point, 10 seconds to play, and Favreau at the line. Murray back in, replacing Monroe for Warrensburg. You're watching North Country Cable Network on our trip to Queensbury High School, the Queensbury Tip-Off Tournament, the 16th annual. 5 seconds, baseline, not a good angle on the shot. The Hornet defense did the job at the defensive end of the floor, and after 3, the score is Plattsburgh High School 59 and Warrensburg High School 35. Third quarter, Warrensburg outscores Plattsburgh by 1, 19-18. So the Plattsburgh 24-point lead with 8 minutes to play. It's Kapla, Tifford, Bussey, Canoyer, and Cook on the floor for the Little Hornets. Warrensburg with the ball movement, opportunity to the lane, and the shot falls. Nice play by Prime. The first points of the fourth quarter. 59-37. Inside, looking for Canoyer. Kapla tries to save it and does it. Nice hustle, Nick Kapla with the save off the legs of Voplis. Canoyer inside, he gets it back and he's fouled. Canoyer will go to the line. All of the Hornet bench has seen some sort of action during the ball game. Canoyer will go to the foul line. His first trip there, and he'll have 2 shots. 7:11 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Hits the second.
So he got one of the 2?
Yes.
Okay. And Augustine, but he missed that shot.
With the rebound.
We've played 1 minute in the fourth quarter. Cook kind of got trapped in that corner. You don't necessarily want to bring it all the way down into the corner. Plattsburgh doesn't get a shot, and Warrensburg gets the ball. 60-37. A seemingly comfortable lead for Plattsburgh High School. Oh, nice pick and roll, but Murray missed the shot. Canoyer there for the rebound to quick Nick Kapla. He tried to fire a shot inside to Bussey, and then the turnover. It's the second unit on the floor for Plattsburgh right now, so more inexperienced guys and a few turnovers. But Coach LaRoe's doing the right thing. You want to get everybody into the action and see what it's like to play junior varsity basketball. And this tournament, always very competitive. Gloversville, Plattsburgh, Warrensburg, and Queensbury. Prime all the way. Too hard off the glass, but Augustine is there. Used the left hand nicely. And 2 points. $60-39. Tifford to Kapla. Kapla turn around off the base of the rim, knocked out of bounds. It'll be Burger ball. Substitution for the Burgers. Brett Wills comes into the ball game. Ryan Brainerd in. Plattsburgh substitution. Favreau re-enters. Favreau had 10 points in the Plattsburgh third quarter, and he has 20 in the ball game.
Chris Fouts also re-entered the game underneath with Favreau.
Okay.
A little height advantage.
Murray on the rebound. Murray with 15 points, a good ball game for him. 60-41. The lead is 19 for Plattsburgh. And Plattsburgh takes the TO. 5:19 remaining in the fourth quarter. It's Plattsburgh 60 and Warrensburg 41. Plattsburgh comes out of the timeout with Fout, and there he is on the breakaway. One of those inbound plays. It's Fout, Sapel, Cook, Favreau, and Maldonado. So 3 starters back on the floor for Plattsburgh High School.
Timeout by Coach LaRose. Plattsburgh hasn't seen the press as of yet this season, and I think he set up the press breaking offense and it worked to perfection at that point. Just didn't finish it off, but
I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Bill Chappelle. Wild Bill Chappelle, they used to call this guy. They still call you that, Bill?
Oh, yeah, but it's unjustified, Foxy.
I believe it.
Those were many years past.
Yeah. And a graduate of Beekmantown Central.
Oh, actually PHS.
Oh, really?
Graduated from the high school in 72. Went to Beekmantown most of my high school days and transferred to the PHS my sophomore year.
Well, good. Glad to hear that. How about that?
So when Beekmantown and PHS get together, I can always root for the winner.
Yes, that's right. And Bill, I know you've coached Little League Baseball. Have you coached other sports through the years?
Oh, Pop Warner football with Paul Drolet a few years back when it was flag football. That was a good experience. And still coaching Babe Ruth baseball in the City League. Looking forward to that this year.
Okay. We are headed toward the midway mark of the fourth quarter. Oh, in and out. That went every place but through the net on the shot from Voplas. Chappelle, quick pass, but intercepted, knocked away, and back into the hands of Chappelle to Maldonado. And a foul called. Not in the bonus yet. The next foul will put Plattsburgh to the bonus foul line situation. 4:16 to play in the fourth quarter. Cook will bring it to Chappelle. 62-41 Plattsburgh lead. They've led all the way. They jumped out. I think it was 11-0. And they have not looked back. Warrensburg has had a couple of scoring spurts where they tried to cut into the lead. They got it as close as 16 in the third quarter. But Plattsburgh back up by 21 at this point. Brainerd inside to Murray. Murray on the turnaround, won't go, and Fout there for the rebound. Maldonado for Plattsburgh. Takes his time bringing it up the floor. Plattsburgh will go more into a set offense, let the clock help you out, and look for the good shot. They try to get it to Favreau, knocked away. Actually, they almost hammered Favreau on that one. And now DeLeese is going to come in. DeLeese replaces Fout. Chappelle to DeLeese, closely guarded. Now Brian Cook and Ryan Chappelle. And Chappelle picked up a foul, a little out of frustration more than anything else. And we are not in a bonus situation yet for Warrensburg, just the third Plattsburgh foul. Austin City limits Bushy 7 points. Nolan Ryan Chappelle, 7 points. Miguel Maldonado, 10. Adam Favreau, 20. Canoyer, a foul shot. Brian Cook, 7 points, all in the second quarter. Nice three-pointer by Boisvert. The lead cut to 18 and the full court pressure there. DeLeese for Plattsburgh with 8 points in the ball game. Chris Fout with a couple foul shots.
Maldonado with a 2. Nice little jump there back. That's just from Adam Favreau.
Maldonado now with a 12 pack of points. 64-44. Certainly Coach LaRose will be happy to head back to Plattsburgh with the consolation prize in this Queensbury tip-off tournament. And let me tell you, they'll be ready for the opening of the season. Plattsburgh High School opens its season against Northeastern Clinton Central, the CVAC season. I read something else of interest somewhere in the program. Let's see, Gloversville that they played last night is of the Foothills Council. That's the name of their league. Of course, Plattsburgh High School of the CVAC, Champlain Valley Athletic Conference. Warrensburg plays in the Adirondack League. 64-44 the score. DeLeese makes it 65-44.
Dave Baker into the game for Brian Cook.
And we'll try to get the Baker man into the scorebook.
replace a little speed with some more speed.
Yeah. And Favreau with 2 more. He's had a nice tournament, needless to say. 16 in game 1 and 22 tonight. 67-44 with 2.5 to play. Nice basket there. Augustine once again. Augustine with 12 points in this one. Baker finds Maldonado. Nice find by Baker. Quick pass.
Warrensburg player a little out of control. Thought he was going up Miguel's back.
Right.
He'll get to shoot too.
5 fresh Hornets ready to re-enter the ball game. Kapla, Tifford, Conoyer, Bussey, and Bushy will re-enter. Maldonado shot. Rattles the rim and in. Excellent offense for Plattsburgh High School tonight. 68 points, 26 in the first quarter, 15 in the second, 18 in the third, and they have 9 in this fourth quarter, mostly from the foul line, as they've been sent there as Warrensburg has tried to foul a little bit more to try to get the ball back.
Hey, Foxy, Coach LaRose has to be pleased with the offensive performance this weekend. 57 points last night in a losing effort, and looks like they're going to hit about 80 tonight. If they can keep up this pace this season, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
That's right. Conoyer with the nice offensive boards and the basket. So Conoyer with 3 points tonight. Just under 2 minutes to play. Augustine off his foot. Look at Conoyer scramble for it. Kapla comes up with it. Throws the touchdown pass to Tifford. He tried to shuffle it to Conoyer. Conoyer says, I want it. And he scores! Duncan David Conoyer, let me tell you, he was thinking of the slam jam on that one, but he said, I'll save that for later in the season. Conoyer almost with a steal. Maldonado. Kapla takes the timeout. He wanted to get Baker back in. I think Coach LaRose wanted to take the timeout to make a substitution more than anything else. 1:27 to play in the fourth quarter. It's Plattsburgh 72 and Warrensburg 46. Thanks to Ken Musso and his group for their support of North Country Cable Network. Laura Gagnon is our Ronnie's Michigan's videographer. Plattsburgh getting some nice shots tonight on the inbounds play. Augustine up, he travels. Good job by the officials in this ball game. We don't know who they are, and of course they're from this area, the Queensbury area. But they've done a very nice job in this one. And in most cases, when you don't know the officials' names, that's a good sign.
It's best. They must be doing a good job.
Baker with the jump shot, he was fouled, and the Baker man will go to the foul line.
Got a nice clean game too, Foxy. A few fouls, and but no rough housing, and very well played game.
Yep.
Even more so with the Hornets on the winning end.
Well, it makes our trip worthwhile.
Sure does.
Baker gets it. Baker is in the scorebook.
I saw several of the players last night after the opening game loss, and they were a little discouraged, but looked like they slept it off, got a good night's sleep, and came out fired up today.
Kapla's going to pop a 3. Goes to the jump shot. 3! Quick Nick Kapla pulls the trigger on the 3-point shot. 76-45 with 40 seconds. What an offense.
Hey, Coach Doherty would like to put up these kind of numbers, I think. He'd be very pleased with 75-80.
Yes, I see him sitting over there taking notes right now. Bussey hustles for it, gets it to Tifford and Baker. 20 seconds. Baker loses the handle. Almost like hockey or soccer there for a minute, and now Warrensburg controls. Long one, long distance shot from Cronin. Inside bound, and there's the buzzer. Big victory in the consolation round of the Queensbury Junior Varsity Tip-Off Tournament. And Plattsburgh comes out with the win. The final score, Plattsburgh 76 and Warrensburg 46. Thanks to Bill Sapel for working the ball game with me. And maybe we'll team up during the season.
My pleasure. I'm a little, can't say rusty. I'm a rookie, no doubt about it.
No, we had a great time, and thanks a lot. And thanks to Laura Gagnon. She was our Ronnie's Michigan's videographer. This is Foxy Gagnon on behalf of everyone at North Country Cable Network saying good night, North Country.
His motto.